You know what it is. Welcome to the best coast. Yo, it's Bronze Age nerd with that collecting elite. Big B McFly, steady bringing the vintage heat. Pull up a seat, we diving in the stacks. Silver to the bronze, got the knowledge on tap. From Kirby's Kings to the mutants, wow. We breaking it down in that laid-back style. So grab your snacks, let the panels unfold. This is comic book chillin' with the stories we told. Comic book vibes, we flipping them pages. Legends and lore from all the ages. Golden to the modern, we talk that news. With Big B McFly and the nerd cut loose. Yo, you tune into that Bronze Age flow. Where comics live and legends grow. Big B McFly in the cut, let's fly. Best Coast, baby, comics are what saved me. Big B, yeah. Baby, comics are what saved me.
Hey, what is up, everybody? It's Christopher, aka the Bronze Age Nerd, and I am joined by my always faithful co-host,
Big B McFly, the comic guy.
Trip me up when you do that. For those just tuning in,
I'm not going to go crazy.
For those just tuning in, this is Best Coast Comics. We are a weekly comic book show. We talk about comic book news, what's going on in the community. We do some community artwork that you guys have shared with us. Yeah, this week our topic's going to be mostly about us just going to a con this weekend. Big B, myself, and our other friend Travis, aka Comics Limited, all attended Rose City Comic Con. The three of us went on Saturday. Travis was there on Friday as well, but yeah, we got a chance to meet up with some creators and see some cosplay and do all kinds of stuff that we'll have for our story here a little bit later on. We are going to say hello to the chat. Before I do that, I want to take a second to point out that we are streaming on both Big B's channel, my channel, and over on the EXP, over on all their stuff they have. They have tons of stuff over there. So we're on their Facebook and their Instagram and their Twitch and on their YouTube channel. All the links for those YouTube channels are in the description below, so go sub them up so you can watch all the great content on those channels. And let's say hello to our chat. We got GTK Comic coming in with the emojis and the gold medal. And then we have our silver medalist, Richard Westfall. What's up, Richard? How's it going? And then we have our bronze medalist. He's taking the coveted bronze this time. We got Hydra Asylum Comics. For those that don't know, Hydra Asylum Comics is at least tonight is our producer Jay. It's also a YouTube channel you can go subscribe to, Hydra Asylum Comics as well. And he's one of the people that is on that channel over there. And then we got Eric. What's up, Eric? How's it going? Hey. And then I'm not sure if you're calling Hydra Asylum Captain or if one of us is your captain, but this is your captain speaking. We've got John, who we missed, unfortunately. I think John gave his pass up to another friend of ours, Bueller. Might know Comics with Bueller. I think he gave his pass to him so he could hit the show up on Friday and I think Saturday, maybe, I'm not sure. But didn't get to see John there, unfortunately. Yeah, what's up, Shigeyuki? How's it going? Thank you for the love on the intro. It's raining hard, and you're about to light the cigar up. That sounds like the beginning of a Metal Gear Solid game or something. That sounds awesome. Or like an 80s action movie, which is basically the same thing. You almost couldn't make it. Almost. That's like I'm getting Aliens vibes from Newt there, like mostly. Mostly. Oh, make it down. Yeah, sorry, I misread that. Yeah, had a ticket and couldn't get it right. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. It was a good time. Good time was had by all that attended. Sorry you couldn't make it. Yes, I just actually just watched your Age of Apocalypse video earlier. I know it's the essay part of that Patreon video you had up, and that is a very good video about Age of Apocalypse. We just talked about that on this show not that long ago. For one of our fundamentals of reading, basically. Louise, what's up, Louise? How's it going? Or it could be Lewis. I guess it could be Lewis. I'm not really sure which way you go.
Yes.
And Copper Age Babe, what's up? Working hard, doing inventory. Please shout out your employee Melissa for all her hard work. Well, Melissa,
good job, Melissa. We appreciate you. We know you don't always get the accolades that you deserve, but you're doing a good job.
You're doing amazing. Keep it up. And just remember, all that hard work is going to pay off, and you're going to feel so much better after it's done. But good work. Good work. Mrs. Christopher, I'm sure she loves that. Copper Age. How's it going? So yeah, for those that don't know, that is my significant other. That's she's at work right now. And yeah, having a good time, I hope. So yeah, we're gonna talk to our experience at Rose City Comic Con. But first, before we do that, we got to take care of another awesome segment we have that's very community focused. And before we even do that, we gotta play a little intro for that. So check this out.
Sent from you to us, it's art for all. At Best Coast Comics, we answer the call. Fans and creators, bold and smart, join the line for Comic
Man, so many good pieces in there.
Oh man, yeah, and that's just a fraction of some of the amazing art we've been sent. Comic Tropes wants to know, how many pros did you kiss at Rose City?
Apparently
too many.
Kiss and tell.
Yeah,
But
I was gonna say apparently too many because I'm feeling stuffy. I had a big sneezing fit earlier, and it's funny. I was telling Big B and Travis before the show, I just got over being sick, so I don't know if I fully didn't kick it, and maybe it's coming back, or I don't know if I caught Con Crud 2.0. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But we were talking about community artwork. So we mentioned
the water fountain.
I definitely didn't do that. I definitely didn't do that. I'm not that silly. So we're talking about our community artwork. For those that don't know, we talked about this last week. We added a channel on the Bronze Age Nerd Discord server. Don't try to combine those words. For people to share their community artwork. So if you send it into us the way you used to, that's fine, and we can still just post it here. But the cool thing is you have access to it to go review the artwork and check it out. And you know, if people post their own artwork, you can go and follow their socials and that kind of stuff. This first one is Rich Stankey sent this in. This is his cover for Punch #2, which is on backer kit right now. So this is his cover for that. Looks very dope. I love that cover.
That's really cool. I like it.
Yeah. Excellent job, Rich. So yeah, it's the cover for Punch 2, which is running on backer kit right now, as he said. Yeah. So I just copied his message that he sent me. That is fantastic. So let's see. Big B had posted a bunch of stuff that got sent to him this week. Here's Erwin Papa. Oh my gosh. I guess is that big enough for you guys to see? I hope so. Maybe, you know what, if I do that, does it make it better?
There you go. That's pretty good. Yeah.
I think I can probably squeeze that a little bit more. There we go. So yeah, if you can't tell, it's a Spawn homage, and I'll switch over to the t-shirt view here so you can kind of see a little bit more of the colors and everything like that on it. The Hell Fiend t-shirt.
Yeah, so he's doing some work for the band The Misfits. So that's pretty cool.
That's insane. I love it.
Yeah.
Wow. That is so cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. So it reminds me, even though I know it's, related to the band, it reminds me of that G.I. Joe cover with the Reaper soldier behind Stalker.
Machine gun.
Yeah. Or no, he's just on the cover. I guess he's not behind Stalker. But yeah, it just reminds me of that for some reason. Probably got G.I. Joe in my brain. And then we have CJ Design sending in a Red Sonja sketch cover.
Yeah.
Sweet. I know we were talking about how we stream on the EXP. He actually just did an EXP related sketch cover. That's pretty great. Go check out his social media for it. I don't want to spoil a surprise.
Have you watched the Red Sonja movie yet?
I'm about 2/3 of the way through it. I had to quit it, because I can only watch it at night. Really, I can't really watch it during the day. So
it's a hard road to hoe, man. I was like, oh. I mean, there were some good visuals.
It's actually better than I expected it to be.
That's okay. That's saying something.
Depends on your expectations going in, I guess. This was Elliot Wright doing a Battle Beast sketch. Looks like sketch cover. Yeah, on a blank there. That's awesome.
Very
So cool. Love it. I'm a sucker for like a color pop.
Yeah, I love it.
Black, white, and red. Man, Norin Rad just continues to be killing it on his streak of doing some great art lately. Rad art and comics.
He's trying to represent. I think he's up for that award, right?
Yeah, I think he's making a good case.
Yeah, beautiful piece, man. Good job.
Some folks did drop into the chat. We got Kenneth Bird. Hey, what's up, Kenneth? How you doing?
Yeah.
Awesome Sauce Radio's in the house. What's up, Awesome
Hey.
Sauce? Got Adam. We love to see Adam in the chat. Is it good? Well, I think we kind of just answered that. You probably typed that before we
Got
said
some
that.
good visuals. There's some really good visuals in it, but yeah, if you're going in for a story, don't do that.
don't do that. I don't know the actor's name, but he plays one of the brothers from Umbrella Academy.
Yeah,
Plays,
yeah.
like, the antagonist. I think he does a good job. I like that actor.
Yeah, no. There was some great acting in it, but there was also some subpar acting in it, and some of the writing is just terrible.
Yeah.
So
this is we got Drac. I was gonna say Drac just popped into chat. I wanted to make sure that was his. Good evening, Drac.
Yeah, there it is. Some Dracula
Dracula
art. He has, I think he had several pieces like that were that horror vibe that he was. Drac, you're in the chat, so correct me if I'm wrong, but you were at a con, like showing those, right? Some of that stuff, or selling some of that stuff.
Wow, that is some ghoulish art, man. That's crazy. I mean that in a good way. We got Comics Limited shared this piece in progress with me at the show too. He's kind of trying to redo essentially one of the first sketch covers he ever did. He wanted to kind of take another crack at a Thing in a Colossus piece here.
Yeah, that's coming along great.
Yeah, making some good progress there. Whoops, skipped one here. Let's go. That's got to be
that's
too
Roscoe.
small to see. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Roscoe.
Roscoe.
We have Roscoe tonight. I don't see him in the chat.
Bane with Krang in his tummy.
It's great. It's great. I love the like Nickelodeon trade coming through too.
That's great.
He's doing almost like a Toys R Us kind of style signature down there with the different colors. I like it.
Okay, so Drax says, yeah, he was tabling at a small horror show in a video.
That's awesome.
It was great. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Dude, Yevgeny Sokolov coming in with Lobo.
Holy crap.
Every single week there's some fire,
right? Yeah.
How long until he's doing like regular variant covers for one of the major publishers?
Yeah, no, I mean, you guys check out his stuff too, man. He's doing a personal project, sequential art on Instagram. He's showing the progress on that, and it's just amazing to watch him work from like rough pencils to finished inks. It's just really cool. So
speaking of which, I will say this much. I have some Simon Bisley news. Just seeing Lobo reminded me of that, so we'll share some Simon Bisley news here in a bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Bobo posted a piece of art. So here we go. I'm not familiar, Bobo, so I'm gonna start following here. That's awesome. A lot of Street Fighter characters.
Some Street Fighter going on there. Yeah,
we got Zangief up here. I don't know that character's name. She's like a luchador type character, I think. Balrog and Akuma, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's that Cammy coming in from the top, I think. That's cool.
Yeah, nice.
I love the like angles of attack on the different characters there with the perspectives. That's really neat.
Yeah, that's really good. I love it. Good job. And thanks for posting it yourself in the group. You know, everybody's welcome to do that. So that's cool. Yeah,
and what I'll do here real fast is I will post a link to the Discord server into the chat if anybody wants to join in and share their artwork, or just check out the artwork we shared and not have to see it on the screen I'm sharing it on. We'd love to have you in there.
Yeah,
There's
sure.
no, it's all free, you know, there's nothing like that. So you're just
And it's
welcome
a
to join.
big geek hangout. There's all kinds of chats going on about different movies and TV shows and all kinds of trading and all kinds of stuff.
Could be either those guys. You know, I think it's from one of the Street Fighter later iterations that I'm not as familiar with the expansion characters from that game.
Choco,
Hey, what's up?
what, buddy?
So the next thing, you know, that's our community artwork, folks. If you want to have your community artwork featured on the show, all you got to do is either, you know, go join the Discord server and post it there, or send it into Big B and I. We'll make sure it gets on the show. We'd absolutely love to see your artwork saved here and shared here. And then at the end of the year, we do recognize people for their community artwork too. So everybody who submits community artwork, at least one of your pieces will go on to a round of voting that we'll share around with everybody and have people vote on their favorite artwork at the end of the year. So you get yet another chance to have your artwork put out there for people and for people to get a chance to appreciate it.
So I'm supposed to be doing a live stream of art with Yevgeny and I can't remember his name now. I'm going to totally space his name on Nerdy Musings channel on, I think, the 16th. I think that's what it was. It's like a Tuesday, but we're going to be doing an afternoon art stream hangout. So if you guys like Yevgeny's stuff.
So Dr. Kicker, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
Dr. Kicker, Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Thunder? Anna video. Oh, the Anna video. Well, we've had a request for the Anna video, so you know what that means.
Anna with your smoky eyes, dancing through ballerina, kiss me goodbye. You throw a punch, I say please, I'd like another. After Blade Runner, I'll never recover. Anna with your smoky eyes, dancing through ballerina, kiss me goodbye. You throw a punch, I say please, I'd like another. After Blade Runner, I'll never recover.
Yowza.
Hey, you're jumping ahead for spoilers there, Chris. Well, we're gonna get to the Rose City stuff here in a minute. It's not exciting, I can tell you that much. As far as what I ate, the show was exciting, just not what I ate.
At the show, I ate something that Chris gave me. But-
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, I ate something I gave myself. So okay, so Adam wants to know. So here's the joke. We used to have a joke video we played anytime somebody mentioned Sydney Sweeney, because it kept coming up on the show like way too much, right? Like it was every week we were talking about Sydney Sweeney,
Right.
from casting rumors to bathwater to you name it. And so we made a little video just when she gets referenced, and then something happened with Sydney Sweeney that I think a lot of people are aware of. And so we decided to kind of pivot away from Sydney Sweeney for a little bit. And now we're talking about one of her co-stars and another famous actress that we brought up a lot, Anna de Armas. So it's a little bit of just a little fun little clip about Anna de Armas.
We'll just have like a greatest hits. We'll just have one episode where it's like Sydney Sweeney and Anna de Armas. We'll make a bunch of them for different actresses that we like. That'll be the whole episode.
That's it. So we're gonna shift away from a fun topic to kind of a serious topic for a second.
Yeah.
And we were talking about community before we get into the fun of the con and all that stuff. We do have a serious topic we want to share. Somebody in the comic book community that's pretty close to our group of creators here, especially, was hit with something really real and needs some help. So I'm going to share this GoFundMe here, and this is an official GoFundMe. And I'll paste that into the chat so you guys have that link access to it if you want to check it out. This response has been incredible.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, you can see it. This literally, I think, I want to say this got started in the last 24 hours. 69,000 raised. What are we talking about here? Well, so this gentleman and his family here, this is Brandon, aka Mon Comics, MON Comics, had a mishap at their house, and their house pretty much is more or less totaled in terms of insurance reasons, and a car was destroyed. Most of his comic book collection was destroyed. Not to bury the lead, luckily all members of the family are safe.
All members of the family and their pets.
Exactly, including their furry family.
I just talked to him tonight. He said that when the fire first started, it was not as serious they thought. So they threw the cats in the back bedroom, and then it took a bit for them to get it under control. And he's like, "Oh my God, the cats!" Since they ran in there, and he said they brought them out soaking wet, lifeless. He thought they're like, "No, they're still alive," and they put these little oxygen masks on them and everything, and resuscitated them and got them all fit for duty.
Yeah. So here's the page here. I believe this was started by a family member for them. So it tells a little story about what happened, about their house catching on fire, and the damage, and all, for example, his wife Hannah, her entire workspace was destroyed, and she does a photography career, and that equipment was destroyed. Her car was completely destroyed in the fire. So this is a pretty serious thing here. I did also, in addition to just sharing the GoFundMe, I know Brandon just did a little bit of a response video, and I wanted to quickly play that for you guys. So let me share that real fast. So this is, again, it's MON Comics, Mon Comics, Brandon right there. And here's the video he shared like not that long ago here.
More like comic book family. I can't thank you enough for all the kindness, the generosity, the outreach, the words of encouragement that you've all sent to me and my family through this really trying time. It's a lot. It's a lot. Dealing with a ton of stuff right now, obviously, but the most important thing, as I've relayed to everyone, is that my kids, my wife, myself are safe. Even our cats are safe. Everything else can be replaced. If you're wondering and you didn't want to message me yet, some did, but yeah, I lost my comics. I saved a couple, but we didn't think the fire was going to get that big. So we made it out with our lives and stuff, and we can rebuild, and we live in a very small, close-knit community where the love is abundant. But I needed to make a video and thank all of you for your love, because man, it really puts stuff in perspective when something like this happens in your life and everyone shows up for it. So for the bottom of my heart, thank you all. If I haven't gotten back to you, I will. Even if I'm just hearting your messages, I see you. And I appreciate you, and I'll see you around Instagram and the YouTubes eventually, but I got a lot to take care of right now, and it's a long road, but I love you all, and thank you for everything. I from the bottom of my heart, you guys mean the world to me, and I'm so lucky I found this family and you guys, and just be kind to one another and help others in need. I know that I will pay this forward, and just stay safe, everyone. Later.
Yeah, it's absolutely. I guess I didn't like that from this account. I liked it from the Heroes account. You can see that right there. But yeah, it's just absolutely sickening to think about. And yes, I saw your message there, Chris. I didn't want to interrupt the video though. It was a wood smoker. I from what he said in his original post, he was
Cooking some ribs.
Yeah, cooking some ribs, and some just got, like you mentioned there in that video. It sounds like something smaller started, and then eventually it kind of snowballed from there.
From there. I think he said the carport got up in the rafters, and then just once it got in the rafters, it just went through the whole house. So,
but here's some other pictures he'd posted about that too. Not to labor the obvious there, but yeah, really,
Sure.
obviously,
Wow.
a lot of destruction.
I mean, it's not.
So-
You mean you were like his comics, but like everything, like their clothing,
Yeah.
everything. I was talking to him tonight. He's like, I have no clothes. I have the clothes I was wearing that day, and that's it. So he's like, I'm coming back from Target trying to find stuff that fits, you know.
Yeah, yep. And you know, the community has rallied. I know a lot of people are sharing this out there, trying to get the word out. Just to verify this did happen on Sunday, by the way, for people. Like the fundraiser's been up since then, so it's obviously
It's unreal. Like he
yeah.
posted a thing. He's like, ready for football, and then the next post is my house burned down.
It's awful.
Yeah.
But you know, hey, in this community, if you want to go support him, go support the GoFundMe. That is going to directly support him. If you would prefer to, you know, you don't have the funds to do that, hey, go share this on your socials and share it out there and let other people know. And that's another way, you know, to kind of help out. Many voices can help. But yeah, we have them in our thoughts, and hopefully they land back on their feet. So luckily everybody's safe. That's the best news to come out of something terrible.
That's right, Richard. Comic book community can change the world.
Good point. Yeah. See our last stream where we talked about that.
Right.
I did have, by the way, I forgot because it's not something I have a picture of. Oops. Here we go. What's he doing? I did have one more community artwork to share. Can I share one more community artwork post?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have a picture of it, but my daughter made me a birthday card.
Hey, look at that.
So for those who don't know, my daughter,
it was Chris's birthday this weekend.
it was my birthday on Saturday, the day we went to the con. I was just gonna talk about that a little bit, but she says, "I love you, Dad." If you're not as imaginative, that's Optimus Prime there.
I totally knew that was Optimus Prime. She did a great job.
Sure, of course.
I knew it was Optimus.
Yeah, and it's a little hard to read because of the teal color on the white, so I'll read it to you. But she wrote, I think this is really cool. I think my parents helped out a little bit with this. Happy birthday, Daddy, as you transform from 42 to 43.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
that's so cool.
Had to share that. We've been in fact, it's funny, we were reading Transformers for her bedtime story. We were reading I think issue 23 or something like that of the new run. And yeah, cool. we just enjoying it. So
that's super cool.
I'm a week older than you. Okay. So you just had your birthday, huh? Or you're going to? Yeah. Okay. That's how math works. That's how calendars work.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I guess that brings us, because our news piece really this week is our experience at the con for the most part. I don't think we have a whole lot of other news to talk about.
I mean, there was that thing you sent me, but we can't share that one.
Oh, here is, well, we could, it just wouldn't make sense. Here is one piece of news. I do have one piece of news, so I am contractually obligated to play this.
We gotta get those handsome fellas on our show sometime.
You keep saying that. I hear they're really hard to obtain.
Yeah, they demand a lot.
So we do have one kind of comic book adjacent news, some nerdy news here. Variety reports, along with a bunch of other sources, back on the 3rd that Sophie Turner has been confirmed as the new Lara Croft for a live action series. Chad Hodge joins Phoebe Waller-Bridge as co-showrunner. So Sophie Turner from Phoenix fame, or shall we say infamy.
Phoenix fame.
And obviously Game of Thrones, probably what she's most known for. But it's going to be an Amazon MGM studio project.
Does this have that picture of her where how ripped she's got?
No, that was just something that people, I don't think Variety would post that.
Man,
yeah, there were some people that were talking about how, she's not even like in shape. I mean, there are Tomb Raider comic books.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
with some fantastic, like there's some Adam Hughes covers and some Michael Turner covers that were great.
There was some great Tomb Raider cosplay this weekend.
Yeah, there was that one, especially from the newer games, that was really good.
Yeah.
See if I can find that picture real fast.
No, when you showed that to me, I was like, because we were talking, I go, I just don't see it. You showed me that picture. I was like, holy crap. It's like, wow.
But yeah, basically the gist of that is that people are saying, oh, she's not really the right type for it. She's not very tough looking or in shape. Somebody posted this photo in response to that. This is just the easiest copy I could find on Reddit. She's got some musculature there for sure.
Looks
For
like
sure.
ready to play She-Hulk.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I mean, I've heard other people kind of comment about her acting chops or whatever. I think she was good in Game of Thrones. I don't think that X-Men is how she should be judged. I mean, I think that was a bad movie all around, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that picture got posted a while ago and people were like trying to figure out, oh, she must be playing a superhero. I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
Basically. I mean,
Yeah.
close enough. But yeah, that takes us to our main topic, because that's the only story I bothered pulling or seeing, which is our experience at Rose City Comic Con in Portland, Oregon. Happens every year. Pretty good show. I would say this show felt more even than the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It's kind of my
There was
general
a lot more
take
comic vendors than last year.
Yeah, probably maybe not quite double, but close.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the celebrity presence was definitely amped up. I think the comic creator presence was probably as strong as last year. I don't know if it was stronger. I don't know, but it wasn't. I don't think it was weaker. I think it was probably about as strong.
I thought it was really interesting the way that they blended in like some of the really big pros with just your average Artist Alley guys. It was like kind of neat.
Yeah, it is very cool to see that. I thought there was more cosplay this year. At least I noticed more cosplay this year than last year.
Dude, I mean, I was kind of one of my interviewing creators and taking pictures of cosplay with my two focuses, and I don't think I even got like maybe 5% of the cosplay.
First of all, Murdoch, thank you, and second of all, that's really good to hear. I like hearing that trend. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
And thanks for the happy birthday wishes there, Awesome Sauce. I do appreciate that too. I'm seeing that message now. Lara Croft, Indiana Jones, and Uncharted all should have plenty of movies. Unfortunately, the Uncharted movie, I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's pretty bad.
Well, Indiana had the Young Indiana Jones Adventures thing, and I mean,
sure,
some of that. So,
and like the most movies by far out of those, but yeah, yeah. All right. This is probably the least exciting thing, Chris, so we'll get it out of the way. So here's what I ate all day. I'll give you my whole menu.
Chris was on my diet.
Whole thing. On my way down to the show, I did what I usually do if I have to be somewhere relatively early and I have a long way to drive, which is I got McDonald's. I don't really personally eat McDonald's that often, but that's one of the circumstances where I do eat McDonald's.
I didn't eat McDonald's.
Well, I did. I had a sausage burrito, I had a hash brown, and I had a pumpkin spice latte. Feeling seasonal. Yeah. It was one of those things where I ordered my normal, like what I would get there is like a caramel mocha, and I saw the pumpkin spice. I was like, you know what? It's feeling slightly like fall because there was a little bit of rain, tiny bit of rain, and it was overcast. I was like, sure, let's embrace the fall.
Awesome Sauce. We have pictures of the cosplay. Don't worry.
Yes. Yeah. Oh no. We got tons of pictures of cosplay. We're gonna show. We're gonna do a whole slideshow. And then I did the ADHD thing I do every time that I'm doing something like that as well, where I didn't eat for way too long and started to feel almost like sick to my stomach from not eating.
Right.
And Then what I decided to do is have a protein bar, peanut butter protein bar with like 10 grams of protein and nuts and almonds and stuff like that. And I gave my buddy Bigby a kind bar. And then that is all I ate until we left the show and tried to go to a couple different places, but ending up at a Korean fusion place.
30 p.m. is when we
Yeah.
had dinner. But I've been kind of on the whole intermittent fasting thing, so I was like the protein bar was much appreciated, but
Yeah. So there we go. I did have a Rockstar, which I don't normally drink energy drinks, but I do it in situations like this because I didn't. The previous year we'd gotten coffee at the venue and it took an hour to get through the line, literally, to get coffee. And so this time I was like, I'm just going to bring caffeine with me that I can drink, and that was a Rockstar. So it's about that specifically for the
maybe I'm doing it wrong, Hydrosalm. I'm just every day. I don't eat till after like 1 o'clock every day.
No, that's intermittent fasting. IMF, baby. Richard. So yeah, that's the food thing. We can get that out of the way.
We went to like a fusion place for dinner.
Yeah, it was
right?
Korean fusion. I think you and I just ended up getting chicken teriyaki essentially.
Right. Travis was adventurous and had ginger beef, right?
Yeah, that looked really good too.
And then we saw like this neon sign, and I'm like, "What does that say?" And she's like, "Oh, those are the two most popular dishes that people always have a hard time deciding between." And we're like, "Oh."
I'm happy with what I got there because that was kind of
it was great. I was delighted with the food. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was good, and it wasn't too heavy, and especially eating that late, didn't hit like a gut bomb or anything like that. So that's the food. That was in Vancouver though. That doesn't even count. So I didn't eat anything in the video. I don't eat con food, especially at Rose City, which is in the Oregon Convention Center. The food options there never look that good to me.
Right.
Now if I was
really looked at the food options,
I have a couple times, and it just it looks like garbage to me.
When you went to when you left the coffee place, Travis got a bratwurst.
So well,
so
fancy.
He had bratwurst and ginger beef.
That's funny. Yeah, I did drink a ton of water though. I probably had this is a liter. I probably had like 3 liters of water while I was there. So that's good.
Now I was
Let's see.
heading through I've got, for those who don't know, I have a hip and back problem right now. So my wonderful companions were more than patient with me. And at one point I was just like, you guys go have fun. I will hobble around and get myself into my own trouble.
I feel terrible for you, man. So yeah, this is a good place to start, and it's kind of related to that. So we have had terrible luck parking at Rose City on Saturday.
Every year.
Yeah. So this time we let our friend Travis drive, who luckily has a parking pass. We were able to park not necessarily super close, but pretty quickly.
That's I have a kind of a beef with that, because we talked to the people at the parking garage, and they said they sold the handicap permits to regular people, or handicap spaces to regular people. All the handicap parking was taken. And I was like, you did what?
I still don't understand that. I don't understand that's legal. Yeah. And maybe he just misspoke or something. I don't know. It seemed odd. That's a good question. I would call it like a regional con, but it's
fairly big.
I feel like it's pretty big.
I don't think we actually saw all of it. I mean, there was a lot.
Oh, certainly not. Because I mean, they also have things that happen outside of the event too,
right? They have the different, like the people going around with the "Follow Me to the Star Wars Experience" thing and all.
Yeah,
we got all these different panels going on, and
so I think this is usually a better indication than anything else of the size of the show. I don't know how many tickets they sold. I don't know if the information is even out there, but I'll give you an idea. Whoa! So you either get one person or 4 people. So I mean, you know, they have this broken down. The celebrities, you had people like Billy Piper, Bruce Campbell, Christopher Eccleston, Corey Feldman, David Harbour, Edward James Olmos, Felicia Day, John Rhys Davies, Katie Sackhoff, Mary McDonnell, Sean Astin, a couple of people from Walking Dead were there, Will Wheaton, several voice actors, including the one person that I would have actually been interested in meeting a celebrity for, which is one of the K-pop Demon Hunter voice actresses. Unfortunately, her line was the longest line there.
There was so much K-pop Demon Hunter stuff there.
Yeah. Comics guess, this is definitely more interesting, and it is in alphabetical order here too. But I mean, I would think probably the biggest name there to me is Art Adams, just in terms of legacy. David Mack is there, Brian Michael Bendis, Simon Bisley, Matt Fraction, Leah Williams. I mean, tons and tons and tons of people. By the way, I'm Mike Allred. Yeah, so I guess that's a huge legacy person right there too. Mr. Ards. Lots and lots and lots of people. Rose Bash was there. Just lots and lots and lots of people. And I'm skipping over very talented people here.
A lot of good talent there.
Yeah,
for sure.
So and also some prominent, book authors like Terry Brooks is usually there. That's they have kind of it's sponsored by Powell's, I believe. They have kind of a good lineup of regular authors. They have some professional cosplayers. They have the Rose City Junior section, and it's a pretty good swath of people there for you to go visit there. And I like the way Chris answered that too, that it's kind of a regional con. Yeah, Sue Lee was there. Medium sized show, not huge, but not a hotel mezzanine. Yeah, that's a really good way to put it.
Hey, Eddie.
Hey, what's up?
And Comics Limited.
Hey, we got Comics Limited. Your ears must have been burning.
Our partner in crime.
Yeah, we were just talking about you. Yeah, and it was a really, John Scalzi was there too. I forgot about that. Would have been kind of cool to talk to him. I like Old Man's War and a few other things he's written. But yeah, lots of great people there.
Oh, Eddie, that's such good news. I'm so happy. He found the Headless Horseman comics. He thought they were lost.
So fudge booths, I saw one.
I didn't see the fudge booth, so
I saw one for sure.
Yeah,
it was kind of, remember the what's that clothing brand? Results or whatever they're called. They have the big line of comic book like shirts and stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It was across from that.
Oh, okay.
And for non-comics pavilions, they had, as far as like, I'm going to take that as booths. I mean, they had everything from a line of punderwear, which is pun-themed underwear. That was like nerdy, like booty shorts and yoga pants, stuff like that. Next to like the butts on things stuff, they had like woodworking booths and replica, firearms and swords and that kind of stuff. Anime figures.
The artist that was doing the wood burning.
Yes,
and you could smell that from like.
That's
I smelled it away
before I saw it.
I smell wood burning.
Yes, tons of those people are Portland or at least have ties to the Portland area, for sure. Awesome sauce. And they're funderwear. It's fun. There was a huge. Did you make it down to the Transformers booth?
No, I don't think it
was way at the other end from where we were spending like Artist Alley and all that stuff. There was a massive Transformers booth that had everything from G1 to like imported figures and stuff like that. It was
Wow.
it was
That
crazy.
would have been cool to see.
And it was right next to a pretty cool Lego vendor as well.
She should have been taking videos so I could see. I was hobbling.
Yeah, I mean, well, the problem is I if I had been there 2 days, I definitely would have done that. One day, especially since we spent a lot of time, kind of off the floor at one point.
Right.
I just kind of wanted to walk and take it all in, and that's what I did. And if I
Well,
do that while I'm
I'm
filming,
glad
or
you
something,
did that.
I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do that if I'm filming. It just doesn't work that way for me.
Right.
But yeah, so lots of stuff like that. I mean, every year they have a Ghostbusters fan group that usually brings like a either Ecto One or a converted car that's been turned into an Ecto One that was like I think it was like a Ford Mustang this year or something like that. It was kind of cool. And then they have a giant kids section too, which is something I think next year I'm going to try to bring my daughter to the show for like one of the days and kind of do the family thing.
You
And
see
then
that on the way out, they had the whole what is that called where they fight with the foam swords and stuff? They had,
LARP.
they had a whole section for kids to like beat the crap out of each other with foam swords.
Well, you got to burn off energy somehow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
But that's just the show layout. It's a very well, and like what I was gonna say earlier, well balanced show, because you have a pretty healthy artist alley that has like
great.
Bibby was saying, tons of all your artists are just completely mixed together. There's a couple marquee creators who you kind of could tell that they positioned them on the edges or whatever, but then there's also like Art Adams is sandwiched between two. Well, this is a bad example. There's actually he was next to all the sketch art people or whatever, whatever that management agency is. But across the aisle from him, in a narrow aisle, there's like a lot of independent artists and stuff like that too. It's not just big published names. And then same thing for Simon Bisley.
I thought it was really neat because like, yeah, I was able to talk to a really good mixture of different level of professional art people. Hey, and they had a DJ and a little dance floor, whole thing.
Yeah, that was so. Unless that's something I've just missed before, that was new. Right. They did change the registration around a little bit too. So here's the rub, figure drawing. I've never been to Emerald City, so I can't compare. Now Emerald City, from what I understand, is bigger, but I don't know that it's really got more substance to it, from what I've heard.
I haven't been to Emerald City since like early 2000s, so I can't really speak to that either.
Somehow I've always the few years that I've been very interested in going to Emerald City, like because of guests or just what I had going on, weird stuff kept coming up. Like I had car problems one year, I had some dental emergency surgery kind of stuff one year, and I just couldn't go. I do really want to make it to Emerald City just to go, just because I usually go to Washington State Summer Con and Rose City Comic Con every year. So
like SummerCon, Rose City, and Frankenstein have been our bread and butter.
I keep hearing about Brick City too.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to check that out. Yeah, they're not comic sketch art. It's Essential Sequential is who it was. So comic sketch art is pretty prevalent at Washington State Summer Con. I don't know what, maybe they have a relationship with that group that runs that show versus this group running this show. But yeah, you're right. I forgot the name of the other agency. I personally find those management groups kind of annoying. I'd like to meet some of the people that work for those places though, because a lot of what I do at cons is talking to artists about donation stuff.
Right.
And you can tell those people do not like that.
No, they don't like.
I'm not going to make any money.
They want to see the dollars coming in. They don't want to be hearing about money going to charity.
So I would like to meet some of those people to kind of maybe smooth some of those interactions over.
Yeah.
When they think that they need to kind of chime in, it's like you don't really actually need to do it at all. Yeah. But yeah, we talked to a lot of creators. We got separated at one point, kind of by just different things going on. I know Travis and I, Comics Limited, went and got in Matt Fraction's line because he was launching this thing that's pretty cool. I'll show this off. So Matt Fraction just came out with Batman 1, his new Batman line. And he was doing there was 2 variants available there, I believe, but I only picked up this one that's special to something called the Hollywood Theater, which is a local Portland landmark. And this is his Hollywood Theater variant he did for Batman 1. I know a lot of people are excited about the Batman blind bags that just came out. I'm blanking on the name of this cover artist. He was at the show, which I kicked myself for not going and finding him after the show. But he was doing signatures on this. If you bought the book, he was offering his words, shitty Batman remarks. So he said, who's your favorite Batman? And I said, whichever one you draw the least shitty. And he said, well, let me do a Frank Miller. And so he did a big, wide Frank Miller Tiny Ears one because he said he likes Tiny Ears Batman. And then he wrote, I don't know if you can see it right there, he wrote crime. I thought that was really fun. So I went and got that, and all the proceeds from this went to fund the Hollywood Theater to keep it open, which is, I think, a cool cause, for a Portland City landmark like that. So he had kind of his own special booth area for that. And then he had his family helping him work it, which I thought was really cool. So second time meeting Matt Fraction, it was a little less personal this time because he was, a big line, obviously, but he was wearing a like a 60s style Halloween Batman mask that he had on top of his head that I think he occasionally was pulling it down. That was pretty funny. And he had like the red Commissioner Gordon phone in front of him, which was pretty cool. Steve Lieber, thank you so much for looking that up. I appreciate that. Steve Lieber. I wish that I'd remembered that at the show and went and got him to sign it because I know he was there, but I just barely remember seeing where he was at the show at this point. The most expensive item.
I know what the most expensive item you saw was.
Well, I mean, the most expensive item, but was it the most overpriced though? I don't know if it was overpriced.
I don't know. Most expensive item though, but
it
relates directly to the one you were just holding.
Yeah, I was going to use that to segue into what I was talking about. So, one of the big local shops we have here is a shop called I Like Comics, and Comics Limited actually works with I Like Comics and like runs their web presence and stuff like that. So this is from my Instagram. I took a picture of this and just had to post this. Let's see, can I make that sufficiently bigger here? So Chris, the owner of I Like Comics, said we kind of talked to him about this before we went and did it, and he thought it would be funny, and he did end up going over and doing it. He said, "Hey, Matt, I heard you're signing Batman 1s." So he brought his store's copy of Batman 1 over there. It's a 1.8. For those curious, it sells for $120,000 is the price on it right now if you're looking in the market. And yes, Matt Fraction did sign and remark the bag that the comics had. So you got Matt's signature down there, and then it's a little Batman here, and then I zoomed in so you can kind of see a little bit better. It says, "I don't approve." Which is really great. Great.
It's amazing. I love it.
Also probably fun for Comics Limited because you got to hold $120,000 comic there for a second. That was probably pretty fun. Because that's his hands as I'm taking the picture here. But that was great.
So cool.
So yeah. So Matt Fraction was there doing that. And then I guess, should we talk about creators we met, or what do you want to do next here? Oh, there was one other question. I'm sorry. Awesome Sauce had a second question. Sexiest cosplayer you encountered? Oh, I can answer that right away. Right away, as soon as I got in, there was this killer Cyclops cosplay.
That's pretty sexy.
It was pretty sexy. Agreed. So actually, I know you have a photo that you'd got of him too, but I got him to do the hand up to the visor, so I'm gonna share that real fast.
Yeah, I have him in motion doing that one.
So I mean, come on, that's pretty sexy right there, right? you know, he's got the facial hair, he's got the plugs, his ears got
Apocalypse Cyclops.
kinda, yeah, except for
Yeah.
the two-eyed version. You know, I'm assuming he's got two eyes under there. But yeah, that's cool, right?
Or Ascani's son, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't know if that's really. I think that's kind of almost like an amalgamation of a few costumes.
Right.
Um,
Matched up.
show a few other photos here. I didn't want to. There's a few creators like personal emails and stuff I have. I don't want to show, so let me just do it. Got to meet Art Adams there. I'll just show these since I have this pulled up. My favorite thing about Art Adams is whenever I get a photo with him, he's, by the way, super generous. He donated to Heroes for Heroes. He was very nice. I have some books and stuff he signed, and he didn't charge me anywhere near enough for what he normally would charge for those. I really appreciate that. But any picture he ever takes with me always looks like he doesn't want to be taking a picture with me. But yeah, and then I got one picture of the little Lego booth because I got this picture of this Kuromi build that somebody did for my daughter there. It was pretty cool. And then there's like a gachapon style like machine there, like a little ball machine, and they had Pickle Rick and the portal gun and some other neat stuff. But
I got to talk to Art too. Just briefly walked by the booth and I was said, "Hey Art, I'm not here to buy anything or anything, but I just want to let you know how much you mean to me and all your art. And I've learned a lot from watching or studying your art over the years, and just want to thank you for everything you've done." That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
he was actually receptive to that.
Thanks to Big B for taking this picture. Oh, can I make that go away when I do that? No, not really. Can I? Okay. Yeah, David Mack, who was also super, super awesome and did some more donations that I'll show here in a second.
God, nicest guy. I got to interview him. He'll be on my channel a little bit later.
Yeah. Yep, did a little booth interview with him, and had kind of, he wasn't getting as crowded this time, so I was able to have more of a conversation with him. And got to go up and talk to him a couple times actually, because I circled back, and that was really great. I'm just showing some of the creator pictures because I'm in my photos.
Trope says that Cyclops looks like you.
A little bit. Kelly Sue DeConnick did not have a table in Artist Alley, so that made it harder to think of a chance to meet her. I stalked her after her panel though that she had, and she insisted that I do duck lips when we do a picture, and she also signed a comic that I'm having a bunch of creators sign.
Not what your autocorrect tried to make it.
Right, that is true.
You know how autocorrect always wants to change the F word to duck? It decided to change duck to the F word.
Something else. And then had a really, really, really fun, pretty long conversation with Leah Williams, and had her sign some stuff too. And then she's sounds like she's down to come onto the show and do an interview with me. Cool. She said she wants to do more YouTube stuff, and she said, I don't know anybody who does YouTube stuff, so now I know you.
There you go.
And then I'll quickly show the cosplay pictures that I had here, since I'm here, and then we'll switch over to the what Big B had. This nice lady was cosplaying Rogue, and she was talking to David Mack, and I got a chance to kind of overhear part of their conversation as I was waiting to see if he had some stuff to give us, and she was nice enough to let me get a photo of her Rogue cosplay.
That's awesome.
Very good Rogue cosplay. And then I've actually seen these folks. I wish I could remember their Instagram off the top of my head. I've seen these folks around. There are a couple that does a lot of cool cosplay. They were Superman and Wonder Woman at Washington State SummerCon.
Okay.
And really did a really good cosplay there. And obviously Magneto and Emma Frost here. This Awesome Sauce, really this good. Might be your answer to the question that you're looking for, possibly.
I don't know, but Slave Leia was pretty good too.
Slave Leia was pretty good. Yeah. And I was obsessed with trying to find K-pop Demon Hunter cosplay, so we got the derpy cat from K-pop Demon Hunter there. Very cool. I feel like these are always at cons. There's always like an R2D2 or something like that. There was a really good one that was wheeling around.
How much for that R2 unit?
Yeah, well, he's got a good motivator. So he goes for a premium. And then I got this one for my daughter, nice Elsa cosplay. She was very nice. And actually really sweet moment. because as I went up to her, this little girl, probably about my daughter's age or a little younger, started running up to her she said, "Oh yeah, you can take a picture." And then this girl just started running up to me like, "Oh, Elsa." And she was like, "Hi," so I caught a picture of that too, which was really sweet.
That's great. That's a really good expression too.
Yeah. Yeah. You could tell that she was just happy to have that happen. And yeah, so those are the pictures on that reel. So let me switch over to the ones you uploaded to our Discord server. No, I don't think anybody did a kin cosplay. There might have been though, but it would have been a harder one to spot, I bet. Sometimes those ones where people are just wearing civilian clothes, even if they have like the right lanyard and you have the cell phone, it might be hard to spot.
Right.
But I know that's your buddy Ken.
Though. Yeah.
Did that one, Chris.
That would have been a really good costume. Hey, we're talking about cosplay stuff you can pull off. There you go.
Yuri's the best and everyone loves them most. You nailed it. Metal Elf Collectibles, by the way, thanks for being in the show here. Thanks for joining us. David Mack, I agree, is absolutely one of the nicest people. Insanely nice people. Okay, so let's go to some of the amazing stuff that you shared. You put it in show topics. Here we go.
I thought it was interesting. A lot of the artists that I talked to, I talked to a lot of people who were extremely talented but weren't like super famous or anything. But yeah, like a lot of them, I was like, oh yeah, we do, on my channel and on some other channels that I hang out with, we do live art, hangout drawing things, and they go, oh, I just don't know if I could do that. And I was just like, just put your phone pointing down at the paper and draw, and all the rest of us are going to be talking, and just get comfortable. And they're like, oh, that sounds so much fun. Please reach out. I was like, okay, cool.
No, I definitely made a lot of great connections. Hey, what's up, Eric? How's it going? So these are, there's tons of pictures here, so I'm gonna go relatively quickly because maybe that's basically what he was doing most of the time, is getting lots of videos that are coming out like on his channel, so go check that out too. But yeah, you got a Morticia. These were a couple extremely nice women, and they ended up giving some stuff to give to my daughter, which was really nice, like that little bracelet and tea set thing. That was really cool.
Yeah. So it's the Mad Hatter and the rabbit from Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
I want to say, I have her name. I can't think of her name, her channel. But
got some Star Wars cosplay.
I met her up at SummerCon. And I'm like, I took the picture and I go, wait, I took a picture of you at SummerCon. She goes, yep. Slave Leia.
Oh, and there's a picture of just them. Okay.
Yep.
Master Chief.
That was hilarious. I call over Master Chief, and he thought that Chris called him over, and he's towering over Chris. Like, what?
I was just like, look up, like, I'm just on my phone, man. Like, you think he wanted your picture? But that was a pretty good one.
Deadpool.
Once upon a Deadpool.
Yeah. That's a great Catwoman.
Yeah, there's a lot of these I didn't even see in the at the show because you were set from us. Hey, who are they cosplaying as? I don't get it.
Yeah. As three cool dudes.
Okay, and then I gotta switch over to the next set here.
So people who are more familiar with anime, tell us who some of these. I'm not sure.
But yeah, K-pop Demon Hunter is really good. Awesome sauce. I highly recommend it. That I don't know about the one on the right, but the one on the left, that's a character from Vox Machina, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's Kalis, I think is her name or something like that. Zelda, obviously, that's cool.
And Sonic. She's Sonic.
Oh, so it's Link. Okay, so it's Link and Sonic. I get it. Okay,
yeah.
I thought it was Zelda and Link for some reason.
Yeah, she was Sonic.
Okay.
Ah, those guys were great.
That's pretty sweet.
That is can't think of the name of it. Travis knows the name of it. He was going on and on about crafting your own armor and everything in that game. Can't think of the name of it. Somebody will get it. There's her just by herself.
Comic that would make for a good musical. That's a good question. Okay, so there's some League of Legends, at least in the middle. That's Jinx. I don't know the rest of the characters. So that's from Skyrim?
Skyrim, that's right. Skyrim.
Really?
Right.
I don't
Yep,
recognize that armor. The Bride.
Great
That's cool.
Bride. Yeah.
Oh, there's that picture. Yeah.
Yours again.
And then there's Chi. Wait a minute. Oh, it just goes.
He looped around. He went around the horn.
Good costume. I couldn't tell you the character. I'm sorry. This is where we get to not know a lot of characters.
Somebody will know.
We all know this character, though. That's Nightcrawler. That's awesome.
Well, don't know that one either, but I know that one.
Oh, yeah. Nemesis from Korban Hideout. Awesome. Okay. Bro Thor. Love it.
He gave me a piece of Asgard. He's like, this is all that is left of Asgard. It's a little golden nugget thing. I said, Asgard is a people, not a place.
I wouldn't put that in your mouth if it was me. The Powerpuff Girls.
Those guys are great.
That was pretty awesome.
I blew a kiss at the so I did motion. I had everybody take a still and a motion, and the guy blew a kiss in the motion.
It's great. Magic. That's awesome. A couple Pokemon there.
Gengar.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
What comic would make a good musical? Deadpool, probably. I like funny musicals. Okay, I looped around again.
Soundwave. Unfortunately, a kid ran in front of Soundwave as I was taking the picture. But
that'll happen when you're Soundwave. Kids just go running everywhere.
Right. Starfire.
Another Nightcrawler.
Yeah, it was a great pose.
Great. Yeah. Good Mando.
Yeah.
Got Hatsune Miku back there. Impossible to miss that hair. They did an awesome day. I actually was standing right in front of them in line to get into the event, and they were awesome.
Yeah.
They do some charity work too, it sounded like. I didn't catch their profile.
Yeah, we got in a little conversation with them while we were taking their photos, and yeah, very kind and nice people.
That was great. Excellent.
Android Trooper.
Yeah. Very well done.
Good job. That guy did a great job. I'm not sure of the character, but good costume.
Oh, hey, Eric. How's it going? Thanks for hopping into the stream, man. Appreciate it. We're just recapping our time at Rose City Comic Con.
It's Eric, the guy who helped with the fridge.
Deep cut. But yeah, there was
all right.
There was some fridge help needed.
Gotcha.
Excellent hot girl.
Yeah, really good.
Terrifier. I haven't seen Terrifier yet, but obviously recognizable cosplay.
Right as he's doing that, he honked the horn really loud right after I took the picture.
Speaking of terrifying, then we got go to the next set here.
Wow, that's right. Hey, there's the DJ section.
So, was she a character?
I think she's Punky Brewster.
Oh, the bracelet's okay.
Yeah, but she called and she's like, "Hey," I was taking pictures. She's like, "Film me." I'm like, "All right."
Sweet. This is an awesome. I love like the group cosplay theme.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Really
very
good.
Nice.
Oh, that gal with the horns was the monster Howie Mandel movie.
Oh wow! Well, is that Fred Savage?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, I forgot about that movie.
I wish I would have got a better picture of the gal playing the Supergirl gal. Her costume was really good for Kara.
Nice. Yeah, it looks good. I couldn't believe that when you said you showed me this picture after you took it, and I couldn't believe they didn't actually know each other.
No, they were just kind of standing next to each other. Like, I got a pick, and he's like, sure. And then he's like, does this mean we're going out?
Very on point for that character. Oh, nice. With I think I had a little conversation with that guy too. There was a couple Red Guardians there.
Yeah.
Great Loki.
Yeah, she was
Wow.
really Loki.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Supergirl in the Superboy outfit.
Yeah. You don't see
Yeah.
the Connor Kent costume very often. That's cool.
Yeah. Couldn't tell you the anime. but
I can tell you that it's a character from something based out of something from Japan, most likely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, the motion
Which is-
cap when I make the video for this, the motion cap is really great because they all did bippity boppity boo.
Oh, nice. Right on.
So, yeah.
That takes some confidence right there.
Right? I mean, that guy was
Yeah,
Great.
yeah. He's ripped.
yeah. The gal who did She-Hulk though, she was there she is.
Yeah. Now, were they together?
I don't know. They acted
Okay.
like they didn't know each other. They're like, "Oh, hey, we should like you want to pick with both of us?" And I was like, "Sure." I'm like,
Serendipity.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good She-Hulk too.
There's that. I think it's all. Is that all League of Legends?
It looks like
characters?
all League of Legends to me, but
Yeah.
I'm not 100%. I mean, looks like it, but there's several jinxes for sure.
Right.
That's the only character I know just from that Arcane show. Oh, right on.
Harley and Ivy. I think she just friended me on IG. There's a bunch of people that I'm starting to get like
Connections.
great Batman.
I think we all saw the other good Batman too.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Yeah, that one was really, really good.
The cowl is that's very, very hard to pull off a Keaton cowl, I feel like.
Yeah, I thought he did it. Like there was a couple of people wearing that outfit, but like it's really tough. God, it's so great.
That's
Is it
awesome.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy? Is that right? Oh, that
This was
so good.
great.
So good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we saw this cosplay break later in the show.
Yeah, we saw somebody walk by, they weren't paying attention and ripped one of her arms off. One of her. Yeah.
I'm surprised you aren't freaking out that Eric stopped by your chat. I'd have done a backflip. Hey, we freak out when anybody joins our show.
Right?
It doesn't matter how famous or how cool you are. We even have people like comic tropes in our chat, and we do backflips in our heads whenever we see him in the chat.
We need
Or-
back
or
whenever
I know.
anybody's in our chat.
Or Mr. Nope, who we haven't said hi to yet. Hi, Mr. Nope.
Mr. No.
No, we're anytime, I try not to draw too much attention and stuff like that, but that is very cool.
Yeah, that was a great Doc Ock though. Really good job.
Fantastic. Oh, right on. That's a good Invincible.
Rogue and Invincible.
Yeah.
They were not together. They were getting they were like, they asked somebody to take their picture, and I'm like, hey, can I grab a picture? They're like, sure.
Nice. Right on. That's cool.
Yeah, that lady, she was great. Oh, and then those ladies were really nice too.
Is that more? Yeah, it's Morticia and Jessica. Okay, cool. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're coming back to the She-Hulk. You got a few here.
I did. I got a few pictures.
I'm gonna go a little quicker. This was that Tomb Raider we mentioned earlier, or at least one
Yeah.
of them.
I couldn't pull that one off.
Scarlet Witch, sure, but I don't know the other character. Is that Beastmaster?
It's an anime.
Actraiser or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know the name of the anime, but that's the guys from Mario, but I don't know the other one.
Is that a Shy Guy?
I think it's a Shy Guy, isn't it?
Oh, the hair makes me think that it might be. Well, that's clearly Magneto.
Clearly.
Probably the most.
There's a lot of so that's a gal. There's a lot of gals dressed up as Gandalf.
Yeah. Probably the most annoying thing for people watching this is they're like, how the hell do they not know who these characters are?
Right. This that's Black Parade, My Chemical Romance. That's
yeah.
What is it about like band uniforms? I don't know. Good Harley.
Well, I mean, kind of made sense with Mitch Gerard's being there, right?
Strawberry Shortcake and one that's there you go.
There
There's
a K-pop Demon Hunter in the middle there.
Yeah. The King was there.
Is that more of a reference to like Hamilton?
I don't know.
Because I feel like that's very I mean, I guess it's pretty stereotypical, but I feel like that's very similar to the Hamilton King George costume.
I felt bad for him. That's a big old fur robe that he's wearing. Later on, he was not wearing the fur robe.
I don't blame him at all for that.
Right. Hey, and fan of the show.
Yeah.
Very cool to meet him.
Yeah.
I took a picture of his wife and then gave her a sticker. And then I'm walking down the aisle and I hear, "Where'd you get this? He's here?"
Instead of photographing cosplay, I bottle their smells. Haven't sold any yet, but it'll happen.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What do you call a number that is forever moving?
Forever moving.
Boy, I don't know. I can't wait for the punchline on that one. Oh, there's the Captain Carter solo.
That was just so cool.
Wow.
I mean, all the autographs on that.
Larry Hama, Simon Bisley, Kevin Eastman, Steranko, Fabian Nicieza, Ryan Otley.
Yeah, he was just. I walked up behind him. I go, "Wow, that is cool." He's like, "Can I take a picture?" He's like, "Sure." So,
that's so cool. Wow. Yeah. Excuse me for the yawn, everybody.
Demon Slayer is the boarhead. There we go. Okay.
Thank you.
Apologies for our anime.
Oh, we got
a roaming numeral.
I love it.
A Roman.
I love a good dad joke. Yep.
Those guys look great.
Yeah.
The lighting was very dramatic too. The sun decided just to like shine right down.
Yeah. It was a very, very happy accident. Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Lady Predator.
Well, that might even be is that the one from the comic that's the human that runs with the predators?
Oh, that could be. Yeah.
I feel like her outfit kind of looked a little like that.
She's got green skin.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Hey, there's the Cyclops there. Best cosplay ever, obviously.
Tell you the anime that's from,
or that one.
I think she was. I think that was her original character. I think she's like Choco Minty Kitty or something. I have her contact info in my phone somewhere.
I hope it's not rude. You could tell me it's a Labubu, and I'd be like, all right.
Yeah. Harlan Quinn
and Doc Manhattan there.
Yeah,
we saw him before we got in the show. The Dr. Manhattan. Well, I guess both of them, they were together. That's cool. Is that House of the Dragon?
I think so, yeah.
For the adult kid, I think is probably anime. That's cool. Nice. I'm guessing. Oh, nice. Maleficent. Cool.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just happy when I recognize the characters.
Some
very cool.
Mandalorians, different Star Wars characters.
Yeah.
Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Is that from Team Fortress right there on the left though, or is that a?
Could be. There was a lot of Team Fortress actually.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess Cowboy Bebop.
I don't think it's Cowboy Bebop.
Chat, tell me how wrong I am. Ah, that's that. We all know that one, obviously. Hard not to recognize The Witcher. Again, I'm just happy when I recognize the characters.
Helldivers? I think that's Helldivers.
Sure, that makes sense. Helldivers 2 just came out.
That's the Lorax.
Final Fantasy. Okay. Yep. All right. Folks, I don't know a lot of the anime or slash Japanese
But
stuff.
he does know the Lorax.
I do know the Lorax. I gotta know the classics.
Bane. I think it's Bane.
Is that Bane?
I think. I don't know.
Wow.
Somebody tell me if it's something. It might have been his own character, but super friendly guy though, despite how scary he looked. Ready? And
was this the guy you were talking about that stayed in character the whole time?
He stayed in character the whole time while they're checking his weapons and everything. He's like, doing the whole caption jack thing, like, and kind of like one, finger dropping his gun on the table and everything. It's hilarious.
Now, my question, one thing I didn't ask, did the people running security appreciate that, or were they kind of like, oh boy?
Probably didn't.
Oh, I thought it should be pretty easy to tell, I thought. Yeah. Nice. It's like specifically like X-Men 97 Sunspot, and yeah, I like that. Yeah. That's cool.
They're part of my X-Men Assemble video.
Nice. Yeah, that was a good one. I think that was Vox Machina as well. In fact, I'm 99% sure that's Vox Machina.
Some Mario characters there.
Oh, Daisy and Peach. Sorry, I took some cold medication before the show.
They were ponies. They said they were My Little Pony characters. So,
huh? I don't recognize them.
She's the black pony unicorn character, and even the guest services people were in cosplay.
I'd say the cosplay I saw the most of probably Mandalorians, maybe just by volume, I guess. But
there was a lot of Mandalorians. Hey,
what are they cosplaying as?
Nerds.
Okay. Holy cow, there's a lot of these. Okay, that was it. I mean, they're all cool. It's just I didn't want to go on too long for people that aren't interested in the cosplay, because I know there's probably some of them out there. It could be Nightmare Moon. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear they were enjoying it. I mentioned some of the stuff with the artists, so I kind of want to show off some of the donations for Heroes real fast.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't guarantee when all these are going to run on our future upcoming auctions, but David Mack was amazing, and he donated several signed prints.
That's cool.
How cool is that?
Really cool.
And I should say David Mack is always amazing. But
wow.
Love it. Electra Daredevil.
Yeah.
And then several.
I just got a big ooh out of that Superman.
Yeah. Yeah, that Superman definitely got his attention. He did several more of the Kabukis. Obviously, he's very tied to that creation. Slightly out of order because Brian Michael Bendis was right next to him, but he donated.
How cool is that? You just mentioned it, and he just whipped out a pen and started signing things and handing you things. It was like,
also got one of his. He donated an omnibus, which I didn't haul over here because I didn't really have anywhere to set it while I was showing this off. But I'll post it up on the Heroes for Heroes Comics social media.
A Powers omnibus, right?
It was a criminal omnibus.
Criminal. Okay. Yep.
More David Mack printage. Defenders.
That's really cool.
That's very cool. It's also like, I think, a Queen homage, right?
Yeah.
Jean. I really like that one a lot, just as an X-Men fan.
Richard caught that cat as you picked it up.
yeah. I was gonna save the OA for the end here, but we got two original David Mack OAs on fine art paper. We did another gesture cat, which it looks like the light's washing it out because of the way the art is, but it's actually designed to look that way.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So that's an original. And then we've had a couple of his cat pieces before, but a little more detailed this time. That's so cool.
Yeah. That is really cool.
So these are originals that he's done and donated for us to auction off for Heroes for Heroes. David, can't thank you enough. That was fantastic of you. Thank you so much. And Brian Michael Bendis, coming in and doing some donations. He was really nice about doing some future stuff as well, and told me to reach out if we need anything, literally, which is really cool. And then Art Adams donated this. This is a limited print. I want to see what this is. Number 25 of 100 signature series print. And I'll zoom in here. You just kind of get a totality of all the characters. I know the lights kind of put some glare on it, but I'll zoom in and show you. We got pretty much every Spider-Verse major character you can think of anyway.
And in the windows of the buildings, the villains are coming out.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Sorry, it's hard for me to see around the print and see what I'm actually catching without the glare here. Try to get the far side. Try to get that light off of there.
Yeah, that's an amazing piece.
It's an amazing
we had
piece.
that on the table while we were taking a break, and people kept walking by like, ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, and now, I mean, the same thing was happening. Like owners of comic shops and stuff were commenting on as they held it up and stuff too. As I was walking around, it was really cool. Yeah, it's extremely awesome. So thanks to Art Adams, thanks to David Mack, thanks to Brian Michael Bendis. We had I had a communication problem trying to get a hold of Simon Bisley last year. After he told me to reach out, he'd offered to do something for us. Got his personal contact information this time written down by him instead of his assistant. So hopefully there won't be any issues this time, and we can get a hold of something from him. He's talked about doing some OA for us. I guess I should show off some of the stuff I got signed by Art too, since I'm talking about that, right?
You should. And you should show off your pickups. Yeah, for sure.
So before the show started, Bigby, I wish I would have brought him. He pointed it out later that we left him back at the car, but a couple Art Adams wrote and penciled Gen 13 Monkey Man O'Brien books there that would have been sweet to bring, but Bigby gave me these because he knows I'm a Gen 13 fan. There's the Gen 13 zine, rather revealing Roxy cover there. And then Trav ended up getting this from kind of David Mack / I don't want to say his full name, but I'll just say somebody who used to work for Things from Another World, who was at the show, who was giving these to David Mack. But these are David Mack variant covers this one's signed by Kevin Eastman and David Mack. And there's a COA on the back. And those are that was a donation for Heroes for Heroes. So that's going to be up on auction for us. So thanks to those guys for that. And thanks for Comics Limited for passing off. Have a good night, Awesome Sauce. Yes, he does figure drawing. So here's the cover I took around last year that I'm having a bunch of creators sign. I had Brian Michael Bendis and Kelly Sue DeConnick sign it this year. I had Chip Zdarsky sign it and Matt Fraction sign it last year, and Greg Rucka. Like a bunch of creators worked on this Detective Comics 1027 variant, which is the 1000th appearance of Batman in Detective Comics. So that's really cool. Leah Williams wrote the backup story in Emma Frost, X-Men Black, #1 here. So I had her sign this J. Scott Campbell variant. I figure I'll have J. Scott sign that at some point too. And then I loved the Exterminators story that Leah Williams did. So I happened to have this Art Adams variant cover. So I had Art Adams sign it. He signed it there next to the logo. And then Leah signed it down there by his name. She said, well, he signed by my logo, so I'll sign by his name. I thought that was pretty funny. That's great.
Super cool.
Had him sign this. I think this was. I want to say this was a ratio cover, but might not be. I'm not sure. For X-Men 12,
cool cover regardless.
Yeah. Had Frank Cho sign his cover here. Speaking of booty covers, but Art Adams did the interior art, so I had Art sign there for King Size Hulk Special #1. Had to get the new Fantastic Four. There we go. And I just got this World Storm #1 that had an Art Adams cover on it, so I figured you should sign that. I love me some Gen 13, as you may or may not know. And then I just picked up this Animal Confidential too, which does an Art Adams cover, so I had him sign that too. So those were the things I had Art sign. And then I picked up 3 books. I showed you the Batman one earlier, the Hollywood. And then I picked up 2 books from Chicks Comics, female-owned comics retailer. And this one is the Mark Brooks, Emma Frost. It is signed by Mark Brooks there with the COA and everything. From SMZ Comics, which is a pretty big whatnot seller. And then I've been looking for this one for a while. You know, I like me some booty covers. You know, I like some J. Scott Campbell, Black Cat, one Virgin variant with the signature there, and obviously it's from his store with the COA and all that stuff. But yeah,
Nice. That's a great cover. Oh, we lost Bronze. I wonder if his camera died. There he is.
and I hit the back button on my mouse accidentally when I was putting the comics down. So there we go.
I was like, whoa, where'd Bronze go?
And then yeah, I got the omnibus over there. That's 20 pounds of fun that I didn't haul over here, but I'll post it up. And did I pick up anything else? That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Is that it?
All the stuff for the stream.
You didn't find your birthday, Brooke. Well, you found one, but it wasn't.
No, not one I wanted to pull the trigger on.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So was going to find an X-Men 43, but didn't find that. And I was also like trying to find an older like key book too, like something that's on my list. And I just didn't find anything that seemed appropriate. So, these books were relatively affordable, and yeah, that was good. It was fun. I got some great signatures. Got to meet some great creators. Let's see. There was a couple other connections I made for Heroes for Heroes. We'll see what comes of that. Had a great conversation with Andy McDonald. So I got to talk to him about some stuff, and I think that's it for me. How about you, Brian?
I met a really cool duo that does a podcast. 500 Open Tabs is their name of their podcast. And it's one of the things that brought them together. Is like they both have this common thread of they go down these rabbit holes, and each rabbit, so eventually you have just massive number of open. So they have this podcast, and their whole thing is each podcast they pick one of their open tabs, and they'll discuss the whole rabbit hole, and then they'll have a ceremonial closing of that tab.
I like that idea.
She's like, yeah, it didn't work. It's like because of the whole theme of the show, it makes you go down more rabbit holes.
I mean, that's new content, right?
Right. But if you guys want to check them out, they said they're having a hard time picking up people on YouTube for their podcast. So 500 Open Tabs. But,
hey, Neo, I think I pronounced that right. Neo Light. Hey, glad to hear that you're new to comics, and we'd love to see new readers and new lovers of comic books.
The alien icon.
That's
cool.
Very cool. I think that might have been one of the Marvel Comics covers. It looks really familiar. I like the colors on it a lot.
Man, speaking of alien, I think you and I were both talking about that new episode. Whew.
Yeah, we won't spoil it for everybody, but the new episode of Alien Earth is really good.
Really,
the one that came out last Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, very
really,
good.
Really, really good.
Highly recommended. Yeah, welcome, and if you love lurking around, hey, that's great. We love having you here. So you met with them. Who else? What else you got?
Oh man. I've got a pile of business cards over there I could grab that has the people that I want to talk to and follow up with, but I didn't bring them over here to the table.
I'm hearing you made a lot of great connections.
I made a lot of great connections. I interviewed.
You really did. You were like networking like a crazy mofo, man.
I made a lot of Heroes for Heroes introductions. I made a lot of connections for people to do art with on live streams, and all people that I thought were super talented. Like, I don't usually go over and say, "Hey, nice work," unless I'm like really like, "Hey, nice work," you know. So it's like, you know, there's a lot of people who do like that Art Nouveau style, which I'm like, she's like, "Do you have any like?" There's two ladies that I talked to, and do you have any questions? I go, "How do you do that?" I'm like, I'm tried. It's like, it's hard.
Yeah,
but she's like, I use a lot of the French curve and all that stuff. It's a lot of repetition of design and, you know, line weight and all that stuff. She was very actually give me a little mini art lesson there while I was talking.
That's awesome.
So
no, that's cool. I mean, that for all you can say about Rose City Comic Con, as you know, people are asking about like the size or like what kind of show it is. It's still small enough that you can have that kind of interaction there.
Yeah, no, it was super,
which is
cool.
good.
Yeah,
I think that's a really good thing. I hope it doesn't lose that.
Yeah, no, I thought it was really cool, and you know, a lot of people talking to them like they're on the circuit, so they're like, yeah, next up, like going to New York Comic Con, and so I'm like, it's like from one coast to the other. I mean, like, just you know, but yeah, so.
yeah, that's true. There's a lot of that too.
Bayou Shade Heroes for Heroes is kind of ongoing, but we're trying to make the initial launch every year right around. When are we shooting for? Right there in May.
So we're kind of going for close to Memorial Day weekend and close to Veterans Day, kind of like every 2 times a year basically. For running it, the next event we're going to try to do is in November, but you know, we have to schedule it. It does take some finagling is the word I guess I'll use as far as scheduling goes, because it's
coordinating.
It's kind of a thing, and it does take some planning, to put it lightly. I know it doesn't seem like it probably, but it does. And so the worst case scenario is we'll run for sure something in May. And a lot of things that, you know, we picked up, we might hold to make that a bigger event. We have leftover items from last year that we're still have been running. And we want to get through that stuff first, kind of, you know, first in, first out kind of is the idea.
Right.
So it's a great question. I wish I had a solid answer for you as far as for a date and time.
There's going to be 2 times where we're going to try to focus to have a show, but we do have other ancillary satellite events going on throughout the year. Like we did an art stream where we did original art that was just amazing. It's
the best advice. The best advice I have for you is it doesn't always get posts on it. It's something I'm working on here, and I got lots of stuff here I can take pictures of and post up and kind of keep some content fresh on there. Here is a link for Heroes Comics on Instagram, which is the official Heroes for Heroes social media account, and you can follow that, and any updates at all will go on there. I'll always talk about them on like my channel announcements and my posts on the Bronze Age Nerd channel, but that if there's an upcoming fundraiser of any kind, it will definitely be on there. And then if you're if you're wanting to follow, that's probably the best way that I could recommend. Great question. I'm so glad you asked. Thank you for being interested in wanting to support that. And if you ever have any questions about it, you can always reach out the Bronze Age Nerd, all one word, at gmail.com, and I would be more than happy to answer any questions you have. Should also mention anybody out there who might want to donate anything for us to auction off. Now's a great time to get a hold of me about that stuff, because I'm not struggling to track 100 packages coming in, which does happen. So yeah,
I got to shout out. Okay, Skye SKYIE JINXS on Instagram. That's the gal who played Ramona Flowers, but she's the one. She was turning us on to. I guess there's a Scott Pilgrim animated on Netflix.
on Netflix.
So yeah, because I was like, I love Ramona Flowers. She's like, have you guys seen the new animated? And we're like, no. So yeah. So shout out to Sky Jinx.
Nice.
Sky Jinx.
Scott Pilgrim takes off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just actually, it's funny. Murdoch just pointed that out. So unfortunately, they changed the link for Heroes. And so I just noticed that myself. That the link is actually broken. Because it actually, when we went to go do our big live stream, it messed us up. Because we didn't know they were migrating their site over from a .com to a .org, and it actually created some issues.
Yeah, the day of the auction.
Yeah. So I have the new link, and I'm going to. I've been trying to concentrate on that as I've been over here.
Not a problem.
So I'll paste that in the chat now, and this is the active 2025 campaign. We will switch over to a 2026 campaign. Obviously, before the calendar year, I'll have them create a new page for that. Right now, just so you know, we're at $5,679 of our $5,000 goal, which is great. We're already over that goal. We're over 21,000 lifetime, which is also awesome. So that's kind of where we're at for that stuff. But yeah, now that I'll after the show here, I'll take care of updating that link on that page. It's come back to bite me a couple times because I forgot all the places that I'd had that link pasted, including
nice
that.
if there's like one place where you could just make that change and it went everywhere, right?
Yeah, it would be nice. And I do try to have a link tree for that stuff too. But somebody pointed out, hey, your link tree link that's the other one that was wrong. And I was like, oh. But it usually Linktree just redirects everything, and I don't always go follow those links myself, which I probably should.
So you don't hear that they're broken until someone brings it up.
Until somebody tells me, which is why I'm glad people tell me, because I had a real embarrassing incident where the sister of Dave Stevens wanted to make a donation, because we've had several Dave Stevens related things for Heroes through our friend Ben Taz, and she messaged me. She's like, hey, your link for your donation doesn't work. Should I just send you a check? And I was like, oh, sorry, it got updated. Let me send you the new link. It was really embarrassing. So that's luckily I got that one fixed.
Stuff happens. People realize things get updated. You got to keep.
Yeah. But we will have original art. I think I showed it up here one other time too. We do have an Aaron Lepresti Zealot piece too that is going to be in one of the upcoming auctions. In addition to the stuff I showed off tonight, we have a couple original art pages. There's I think there's an X-Men page, and I think there's a Wolverine page left. I want to say.
Yep.
And then yeah, lots of great stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, John, have a good night. Thanks for being here.
Good night, John.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. I think a lot of people look at .com and .org, and I think that if it's not a .org, there's a perception that gets associated with it. So it makes sense they kind of wanted to change that. But the problem is that we didn't. They were in the impression it was going to be a seamless transition, and it wasn't. So
right.
And then obviously it affected our little fundraiser page site as well. So
yeah,
and it happened. The real they call it the Swiss cheese slices. For a disaster to happen, the Swiss cheese holes and the Swiss cheese slices have to line up perfectly. The final Swiss cheese slice that broke us on that one was it happened over the weekend when they were not in the office. So
Right.
that was the real problem.
Yeah.
If it had happened on a weekday,
Hey, but we made it work. We made it work like true.
We did work. It did work. Yep. And through the power of some very helpful people like Richard here in the chat, as well as Christina and everybody being very honorable. So that worked out really well.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. Yeah. I guess the real takeaway from that, Murdoch, is a lot of smaller charity organizations probably don't have the funding and resources that they need to understand how to make those things happen seamlessly and smoothly. So, another good reason to donate. Because although I will say they're a very good charity in terms of having the majority of their funds go towards their actual work they do to help veterans with their mental health. Obviously, the donations do help with things like infrastructure as well.
I can't tell you how many people I talked to at that show who were familiar with Mission 22.
Yeah,
I started talking about Heroes for Heroes and saying that we were, affiliated with Mission 22.
Yeah,
they were.
That was nice, especially because as was mentioned earlier, so many of the creators are Oregon based. And Mission 22 is also based out of Oregon. They're based out of Sisters, Oregon. That was really helpful too, because they're like, oh, it's not only that, it's kind of a local cause for them too, so
right.
Has multiple layers of effect for them.
Yep.
Let's see what else happened. Anything else that you want to talk about? I know I talked a lot, so
I mean, I just feel like I kind of stayed in that general artist alley area, and then kind of really at one point I was trying to track Travis down, and I was all over the place taking pictures of cosplay people. But I mean, yeah, it was super fun though. I mean, what better way to spend a day than hanging out with your friends and just nerding out? So yeah, it was super fun.
And to the point earlier, to kind of reiterate, there were more comics, which is very appreciated.
Yeah.
There were, I know several of the vendors there from seeing them so many times at shows or from some previous stuff. And they all, I think, collectively seem to say it was kind of a light show. I also noticed that prices maybe were not as low as they could be on a lot of stuff. Like, I'm not saying bad, but I feel like for me, like it's really hard to just pick up a copy of something where you're like, that it's slightly high, and you have to kind of, okay, now we got to talk about getting it to where it's supposed to be, as opposed to, like we've talked about before, it's kind of nice to find something that's a little bit less than it's supposed to be. And I'm not talking about cheap books, by the way. I'm talking about more expensive stuff. You can find something that's kind of a little bit below FMV already. It's kind of more, you see a couple of those, you're like, okay, I'm more encouraged to look around and see if I can pick up a stack of stuff here instead of trying to haggle over one book or something like that,
Right. Like when we were at SummerCon, there was several vendors where I'd be like, you've got 1,800 on that book and FMV on it's like 12. And they're like, well, I'd come down to 15. And I'm like, but FMV is 12.
Yeah. Yeah, and I, we kind of had that talk, especially after that show, about, they're probably into it for so much or whatever. And it's like, well, I mean, that's understandable from one perspective, but it doesn't change what the price is now.
We had that discussion on the way. Was it from the con? We're talking about
from the
riding the price. You got to ride the price, like where regardless of where you got on that train, you've got to ride that price to where it's at.
Yeah,
like
well, and it's kind of that thing too. It's a little strange because depends on the book. Like some books, you can look around and you can find sold listings, sure, but it's still not easy to move even at that FMV because there's not as many people interested in paying that or that book or whatever it is. And so that's where I think FMV can be kind of deceptive. There's certain books that, like, Silver Age Marvel keys or whatever. Those books they move a lot. There's a really good barometer for what the price is on those books. They might be expensive, but it's pretty well established. And you can look at, here's hundreds of sales. The average is this. When you're talking about some kind of more obscure book that's like $100 book or a $50 book or something like that, and there's been 5 sales over the last 4 years, it makes it a little harder to narrow down what that FMB is.
Right.
And those are the books where you're a little surprised sometimes, where it's like, yeah, you don't have any wiggle room on this. Like you're telling me you've had it for 2 years and you haven't sold it, and I don't know. Those are the ones that always surprise me a little bit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the name of it. There's a channel that I've been watching that they do all of their content or a lot of their content is about the DC Universe logo stuff. The DC Universe logo variants and stuff. And it's funny because they'll be like, they're talking about FMB on the book, and then last eBay solds, and it's like a lot of times the FMB is like $8. Last eBay sold $50 because those are kind of rarer items. So it's like it's FMB can be a little hard to negotiate sometimes when you're talking about things that don't sell real often or there's not a lot of out there.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, and or that cataloging services sometimes have a hard time correctly labeling and identifying or pulling the metadata of what that sale was.
Right, tracking that it's an actual DC Universe logo versus a regular version, or that kind of thing.
Yeah, like when I would do my price checks for when I did the top 5 not to buy series, I would go back and do price checks on those at different intervals. And so I'd be like scrolling through like Go Collect or Cover Price sales data. And it happens more with Cover Price because they cover a lot of raw stuff. But you would see like, oh, this book, here's a weird outlier where it sold for, let's say it's most of the sales are in the $15 range. Well, then there's this weird sale for like $65. And you're like, what's going on with that? And you'd look at it and it was triple sign or it was, some other version of the book that was like a DCU or something like that. And you're like, oh. But most people aren't going that granular when they're looking at that data, obviously. So it's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like the FMB data can be skewed one way or another.
Yeah.
Definitely. So you got to do your homework, you got to do your homework beyond doing your homework sometimes.
Yeah. And especially, if it depends on how motivated are you and what's the value of the thing you're trying to sell or buy. So,
yeah, it was interesting I talked to Trap. He bought a little collection of books from I think it was like just a little junk store, but they were like $1 a book. But one of the books in the lot was J. Scott Campbell cover of Elephant Man #1.
Oh yeah.
And he's like looking it up and he's like, the last sold on this was like $500. And he's like, but it's like, how long do you want to wait? How long, how quick of a flip is it going to be? That kind of thing. So he's like, I think he said he put it up for like just over $100 or whatever. And it went like, gone.
Yeah.
I didn't want to sit around for 6 months waiting to sell it.
Trav, you should have hit me up on that one, buddy. That's a
J. Scott Campbell, right? Yeah. Garage sale. There we go. It was a garage sale.
I am a collector of obscure or less common J. Scott Campbell covers.
I've got a bunch of the Elephant Man Campbell covers. I'll have to show them to you.
Sweet. Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna buy big dollar books, buyer beware and do your research. And if you're gonna sell them too, and then conversely, if you don't want to hold on to it forever, this is the thing I always have a hard time with is I tend to like do my research on what I think FMB is, and I'm like, that's the price on it, and I might even lower it by 10% or something like that. I'm like, there we go. I've done my work. Well, sometimes it's like, well, yeah, that'd be great if I was just listing it on eBay and I was willing to let it sit for a while, but you gotta let it slide for less than that sometimes too if you want to move it.
If you don't, then the market may correct even more, and then you're looking at an even smaller piece of the pie, right? So whatever you do. You know, you gotta start somewhere.
I hear
Whatever
that you're
you
at
do,
$5,000 and I'm at $1. Let's meet somewhere in the middle.
Where can we meet in the middle here?
They're like 4,999.
So
There
Trav
you
says
go.
120 books for $100 at the garage sale. There you go.
There we go. There we go.
There you
I like
go.
it.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I think overall, like, I had a lot of fun.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like I said, got to hang out with two of my best friends in the whole world. One of them, it was his birthday, so that was even better.
One
And
turned older.
yeah, couldn't ask for anything more. It was super fun.
Yeah, and what Richard said. By the way, I'll just follow that up. So the following day, I got really sweet present for my daughter and another. I won't share what it is, but a really sweet sentimental gift from my parents and my daughter together, like a homemade kind of a thing. And then it was really cool. And then I got to watch my Broncos win an ugly game of football, but they won that game, and that was fun too. Even if it was scared the crap out of me most of the time, but they won. So yeah, it was a good birthday weekend. Yeah.
Are you doing fantasy this year?
Yeah, I do fantasy with my friend league basically every year, but I it's the first year in like the last 4 years that I'm not also doing like a comic book related fantasy league. I just got tired of like the weird rules that those leagues would come up with and like the non-standard format, which I mean, at first it was kind of fun because it's like, oh, I could try something different, but they just got too crazy.
Right.
Like just insanely, like, I don't want to have to pay attention to the nuance of some 3 quarterback like league or something like that has insane scoring. So just my home league. I unfortunately lost that game, but hey, it's the first week of the season. I'll have a talk with my team. I'm sure they'll step it up.
Right. Fire the manager.
It's a good idea. It'd probably run a lot better.
That's funny. Yeah. I was talking to a guy that I work with today. We had some downtime, and he's like, "Oh yeah, he's doing the the sports betting one." He's like, "I had some luck." So he's like, I usually don't put down more than 100 for the whole year. He's like, "I put in 100 the first week," and I'm like, "I'm gonna ride this 100 the whole year." And he's like, by noon, all my money was gone. He's like, however, I still had bets out there. And he's like, at the end of the day, I was at 115.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But he's like, at noon, I was ready to go drown my sorrows.
This actually, Shigeyuki, this is actually perfect. This is kind of the point I was making, is that when I saw the prices at most of the vendors, that's why I was just like, I'm not. There's probably not enough wiggle room here for me to even start. That's kind of where I was going with that. That's a good way to say that.
Yeah, it doesn't make you even want to dig or look. You're just like, okay, nope, not even gonna spend the time. Yep.
Yeah, I did a pick'em challenge. The last time I was in an office job, we did that. That was fun.
Those are fun. I did one where you couldn't repeat the same team.
Yeah, like an elimination. Yeah.
So like, you pick the Broncos one week, you can't pick the Broncos again.
Right. Oh yeah, there's the variant of that too, where it's like if you pick them and they lose, you're out.
Yeah,
like a last man standing. Yeah.
Yep. Those are fun too.
Those are that and that's different. That's it's a little less intensive too.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good time. I think that's about all I have to share on my side. But Comics Limited was a third leg of this tripod. He can't be here in person because of some other stuff, but definitely would have loved to have him on to kind of discuss his side of it too. I know he got a really cool David Mack sketch cover done, which was really sweet.
Oh, that was an amazing David Mack sketch cover.
Oh, he's just said that. Yeah, it's a Daredevil sketch cover. It's very nice, very nice.
Yep.
So that had to be a highlight. And I know he's going to be doing some stuff here pretty soon that I'll be reposting on my Instagram page when everything's firmed up. But a pretty cool event at his comic store. So that's going to be fun. Check that out. Yeah, I think that's all I got for this week.
Yeah. Anything you got coming up on your channel?
So tomorrow morning, I'm doing a recorded interview with Rory McConville. he's writer on King Spawn. He's also the writer for the new Terminator series coming out, Terminator Metal from Dynamite. So I'm gonna do an interview with him about that and some of his other work. And then I'm trying currently to schedule in with Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti for an interview, and then work Leah Williams into that schedule. So stay tuned for all of those. If my health doesn't take a turn for the worse, I'm going to try to do some other content that'll come out next week as well. So hopefully we'll have more content coming. How about you?
Keep an eye out for my bite-sized Comic-Con content, which is just like little 5-minute interviews with people. Gonna be for Rose City Comic-Con, and then all kinds of shorts with the different cosplay. I just did one tonight just before the show started for Powerpuff Girls, which was hilarious. So you'll have to check that one out. And last night I did one for X-Men 97 with the cosplay stuff, and yeah, some other stuff. So
Nice.
if you want to check out that girl dancing, there's a video of her dancing.
There you go. It's worth watching. Cool. All right. Well, I guess. Oh, there you go. Comics would just put out Comic-Con haul video,
And then yeah, check out Comics Limited's Comic-Con haul video.
Love it. Love it. And then we'll be back next week. We probably have a format change coming up that may occur next week.
Okay,
I think that might be our first one trying that.
We are on the same page. We discussed this. So
yeah. So
I think you guys will like it, though. I think you guys will like it.
Yeah, it'll probably be, I hope, theoretically, a little shorter live show, but then you're going to get a second piece of content out of it too. So
yeah, you get
should
a
work out for you.
pre-recorded, edited, polished little gem out of it too.
Yeah, kind of use our time to work smarter, not harder, basically.
Right.
That's the idea anyway. So hopefully that goes well. It's kind of an experiment too. If we don't like how it turns out, we'll go back to this or try something different.
Right.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out. But always trying to innovate and keep getting comments like that. We appreciate y'all being here. If you're watching on the rewind, we'd really appreciate you dropping a comment, dropping the thumbs up if you're watching live or on the rewind. And in addition to that, if you would like to follow any of the channels that you're not currently watching on, again, we are streaming not just on my channel, on Bronze Age Nerd. We're also streaming over on Big B McFly's channel and over on the EXP, which has a lot of great content for comic book claim sales and original art sales and comic book reviews and creator interviews and all kinds of stuff. So go check them out as well. Sydney Sweeney,
he's begging you.
We're talking with her people. They're not talking back to us, but we're talking to her people. If you can make that connection happen, Richard, I promise you I'd bring her on and gladly talk about Madam Web with her. That would be great. Have a good night, Neo. We're out for tonight as well.
Don't forget to hype the video too.
Yeah, there's a little feature after you like the video. You can actually hit something called the hype, especially that's on mobile devices, right?
I believe it's mostly mobile, or maybe only mobile. But yeah, once you hit the like button, you have the option to hype the video.
Yeah, that also helps spread the word on the video, so we'd appreciate that as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thank you.
Have
guys.
a great night, everybody. We'll catch you next week.